From baguettes to focaccia, Europe is famous for its bread, but one ingredient is missing. Potassium bromate is a suspected carcinogen that's banned for human consumption in Europe as well as China and India, but legal in the US, where it's used by some food makers to strengthen dough and estimated to be present in over 100 products.
There is evidence that it may be toxic to human consumers, that it may even either initiate or promote the development of tumours.
Professor Eric Millstone is an expert on food additives and told us European countries take a much more cautious approach to food safety.
Can we say for sure that these differences in regulations mean that people in the US have developed cancers that they would not have developed if they'd been eating only in Europe?
I think that that is almost certainly the conclusion that we could reach.
It's not just potassium bromate, but many other chemicals and substances that are banned here in Europe over health concerns, but considered safe by the FDA.
Do you think most Americans are aware that they're being exposed to substances that are viewed as dangerous over here?
They probably just think, well, if it's available and it's in the store, then it's probably fine.
All of the food tested in the study contain chemicals that have been found to be hazardous to health, and shopping for organic food isn't a surefire way to avoid these chemicals.
I would say I'm not shocked that we're finding these.
It's getting harder to avoid harmful chemicals in the food we buy and eat. A new study from Consumer Reports found that the majority of food we buy contains phthalates and bisphenols, two chemicals linked to diseases like diabetes and hormone disruption.
I think that we are finding that these are more common than maybe we thought in the past.
Rachel Rothman is a registered dietitian who's worked in the food industry for years. She says what's even more frustrating is that the chemicals are also found in organic and healthier food products.
I wish there was like an easy solution of, well, just don't buy this or just stay away from this. And unfortunately, that's not where we are right now.
Researchers found that 99% of grocery store foods and fast foods they tested contain phthalates. Additionally, 79% of the food samples also contain bisphenol, an industrial chemical that's used in plastic manufacturing.
They're basically part of this group of chemicals that they're really used to make plastic more flexible and more durable.
Prepackaged foods were found to have much higher chemical levels. Boxed cheesy ravioli, sliced peaches, McDonald's Quarter Pounder, Little Caesars Pizza, and other fast food items were among the foods tested by Consumer Reports. The National Research Council has linked phthalates to reproductive disorders and genital abnormalities. According to Mayo Clinic, BPA has been linked to high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. In 2023, the FDA rejected a petition that called for a ban on the use of phthalates in food packaging and food processing.
If the FDA could step up and create these regulations, I think that could make a huge difference.